We're going to get a really good idea about Arch Manning, I guess, that first week there. Your thoughts on that matchup. And I love that we're starting out with something that has, some weight to it, that means something to it. But
I'm with you.
On the road at Ohio State to open up your season.
Yeah, I mean, it's awesome, especially where I think a lot of people thought maybe last year that semifinal matchup was the national championship game. I'm not trying to disrespect Notre Dame or anything like that. They had a phenomenal year. I mean, yeah, on the road, week one. And the other aspect I like about it, you're going to have 1 versus 2 heavyweights. And like the old days, Dan, it was like, oh, man, whoever loses, their season's over. Yeah. They can't win the national championship. That's changed. So that, to me, makes college football a whole lot better. But how can you not be excited about the Longhorns, right? I mean, from all my understanding, the world was crazy last year, and they were losing their mind that Ohio State was spending $20 million on their football team. What's Texas close to this year? Almost $40 million, right? Yeah, they do everything big down in Texas, that's for sure. And they're pumped about Arch Manning. I know that from talking to people firsthand down there. I think one of the reasons they kind of maybe pushed Quinn Ewers out the door was because of the potential, the talent of Arch Manning, and where he can bring the team and the whole program as itself. Because even the Longhorns are as famous and as awesome as they are. You have a quarterback like Arch Manning. He's in the Heisman conversation. You're the number 1 team in the country. Man, you might not have to pay all these guys as much to even come there after that, because everybody's going to want to jump on the bandwagon.
Okay. Arch Manning, a Heisman Trophy candidate, one of the top ones. Probably if he was coming out after this year, the projections would be he would be a high pick, right?
Right.
Okay. Is it because how much of this is Arch Manning as opposed to Arch Johnson?
Well, I hear what you're saying. Well, yeah, I mean, the Manning name helps that a little bit. It makes everybody feel warm and cozy. You go, wait, this is in his DNA. He knows what to expect as far as football and what it's in, what it takes to be good at that on a day-to-day basis. It's the family business. So, yeah, does that add a little bit more of comfort level to evaluators and stuff like that? Sure. Does the names in his family also maybe boost him up to people just to go, well, they were good, I think he'll be good too? Sure. But I don't think you get to this point with Arch Manning, and I experienced this too as Chris Sims. Oh, you're only here because you're Phil Sims' son. Oh, yeah? I mean, do you know anybody else my age that could throw the football like me? No, you don't. That's why I'm here. Okay, right. So there, at some point, it has to become like the rubber hits the road, and whoa, Arch Manning maybe runs 4.5. Oh, wow, he's got a pretty quick release. Oh, he's got a strong arm and can really spin the ball. So I think there's enough proof in the pudding there to justify where he's at.
Okay, got a little defensive there, didn't you?
Well, yeah, I know what you're saying, and I'm not defensive at all. I just, when I get into that mode, I start, getting into my fake Phil Sims voice and start doing that a little bit.
We were talking about backup quarterbacks. The Browns have added Tyler Huntley there. You got 4 quarterbacks, which means you don't have 1 quarterback. And in today's NFL, what's the likelihood that you can carry 4 quarterbacks on the roster?
Very unlikely. I mean, it's rare that they keep 3.
Yeah.
That's where this whole thing is odd. And maybe they will keep 4. I don't know. And again, the word I've kind of used with the Browns and all of that is just to, and I say this even with the Dallas Cowboys with their bad contracts, team building. Right? Oh, the value of the quarterback. He's an asset. Oh, yeah, that's great. Oh, teams need quarterbacks. They're at a premium, all that. Oh, our analytics say to take them here. But what about the human aspect of the Shedeur Sanders conversation is going to overtake your franchise? And every day I get a statistical update on Instagram or whatever else telling me how they all did, all because of Shedeur Sanders. So it's just a weird situation altogether. I feel bad for him. And the situations he's in. But the Browns are in a weird spot. I would have gone into last week, Dan, going, I don't know what they're going to do. I was thinking okay, Kenny Pickett, they're going to keep him because, hey, he's still young. He did have some good moments in Pittsburgh. There's still maybe some untapped potential. You see what you got there. You keep Shador, you keep Dylan Gabriel, because you're not going to be able to put them on the practice squad. I don't think they'll clear waivers in a 24-hour period. Some team will snag them and take them. So you're going to have to keep them on the roster. I was kind of in the boat of, I think Joe Flacco will be the odd man out if things stayed status quo. You know what he is. He's older. He's not exactly Mr. Take Care of the football all the time. And that's where I thought. But now we got the Kenny Pickett hamstring injury. Now we got a Dylan Gabriel hamstring injury. Shador Sanders was dealing with a little arm issue this past weekend. And now I don't know what to think the hell is going to happen there. And, yeah, they might be forced to keep Joe Flacco and figure out some other creative ways to keep all four of these guys, Dan.
How often do teams tank in the NFL?
Not very often, right? The problem is the front office might tell the coaches or whatever else, hey, play these guys, do all this. We want to keep this guy out because we don't want to pay him guaranteed money if he gets hurt after the year and all that. So the front office and ownership might try to set it up to, hey, I hope we don't win the game. But damn, it's hard to make the coaches and players buy into that. I mean, put yourself in some guy's shoe. Oh, I'm the second stringer. They're trying to tank the game. I don't care. This is the first time all year I get to get out here, put film for my future job, another team, blah, blah, blah. I'm going all out. And more times than not, the teams that do that, the coaches are like, wait, it looks like they might fire me this year. The hell with them. I'm going to coach great this week, a la Gerard Mayo week 18 last year, screwing over the New England Patriots, right? So, that's where it's hard to just full out tank, maybe to the same extent some of the other sports can pull it off. It's a little different in the NFL.